John Harders, I think you're going to appreciate these next few minutes more than most of anything else that I've sent you over the last few months. And I really want you to watch until the end, right? Because I do think that each and every single one of you guys have the ability and the capability to have a record-breaking Q3. And I don't just say this, I truly mean it, especially if you're intentional with everything that we're trying to accomplish, right? Everything that you're trying to accomplish. So we've got 90 days in Q3, and we're already about 7 to 8 days in. And I think what you decide over the next few days will really determine, number one, how your Q3 is going to go, and more importantly, a few specific and measurable targets you'd like to achieve. It's no secret. I've been saying this for a while now. What you do these next 30 days, you will see benefits in 60 to 90 days, right? So you're not going to all of a sudden wake up in September and say, hey, okay, all of a sudden I want to work and I'm going to have a phenomenal Q3. It doesn't work that way. And it's also really sets the tone for a quarter that or we always excel in, and that's Q4, where most companies mail it in. We excel. So I'd like for you to pay attention over the next few minutes and really, right after you're done with this, get to work. And really identify certain things that I'm asking you to identify. First things first, and I said this yesterday, August. August is funny. August needs to be treated with respect. A lot of the people at the mastermind last night laughed when I said it, but it does, right? If you prepare correctly this month, I think August can make your entire year. Many people, as you know, will be on vacation, and when they come back, they'll be focused on their kids and getting back to school, getting back to getting ready, catching up, et cetera, et cetera. So again, casting a wide net is really important. It's not just a couple few people that you're chasing. You have to expand, right? And that's what today's kind of plan and my request from you is all about. I think that again, the agents that win the quarter are going to win these next few days, and it all starts with identifying exactly what I said earlier, being intentional with exactly what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And first things first, this is what I love doing myself. Back in the day, I used to have a whiteboard with a bunch of people, bunch of names on that list, and every single time we would transact, we would just cross them off the list. What we built for you inside of John Hart IQ is exactly that, but digital, and something that you can just check off, and you know exactly how much you're going to be transacting for the quarter. One thing that this deal list does not, and I'm going to show it to you in a second, it's not for people that have already told you that they want to buy or sell, they want to transact. It's not for those people. It's not a pipeline, right? It's not a bunch of random leads. These are buyers you yourself believe that are capable of moving or making a change. These are sellers who have equity. They've been identified and inventory identified inside a swarm, right, as likely to sell. They're going through a life change or some other reason to sell. I don't know what that reason is, and I don't know who these people are, but identify them. Again, these are not people who have told you they want to transact. These are the people that you believe that belong on this list. You are deciding who belongs on this list. Once someone is on it, I think your job is to move that person closer to transacting with you. So, for example, you do an open house, you connect with them. You have a new listing, you connect with them. Anything that has to do with real estate and yet you can leverage, you connect with them, right? I think your list should not be less than 4x what your desired outcome is for this quarter. So, for example, if you want to close 10 transactions this quarter, your deal list should have approximately 40 names on it. Not less, more, great, but not less than 4x. So, your list should you have all the people that you feel like, again, have to transact, and you have got to 4x it. And if you can't 4x it, that means you have to adjust your closings for this quarter, right? And again, not everyone will transact. That's why we're putting up 4x the amount, right? The second new tab in John Hart IQ is your quarterly plan. You already know how much I love OKRs, right? Objectives and key results. I love it because it's simple. I love it because all I got to do is identify an objective and then quantify key results right around 4 or 5. It makes things very, very easy for me, and I know exactly what to do each and every single day. So I set the objective, I quantify the key results, and I complete the deal list, and I am done. I don't spend weeks thinking about this. It's just a day or two. I make decisions and I get it done. And the beautiful thing about it, like I said, we added this where we added this right in your hand, right in John Hart IQ. As a matter of fact, let me just show you exactly where that is. Let me see here. There you go. Okay. So um, I'm using Tina's. Where is that? Here we go. As a test. Why does it keep doing that? Okay, so as you can see here, your D list is up. You have the closed volume, which is nothing. Your pipeline volume, every single time you add on a new person, your pipeline volume goes up. Total list volume is here as well. And again, it'll tell you who you haven't touched, who's stale, et cetera, based on how often you update this, right? So all you got to do is add on a new tab or a new buyer or a seller or a new client, adding up a name. So, for example, if I'm going to add in Sarah, Sarah Doe, okay? I met her from an open house, so it was my farm. She is a buyer. She wants to buy a home or a condo at around 750. And right now we're just in convo, right? And I can say met at 1234 Main Street open, right? And that's it. I'll save it. And as soon as I save it, as you can see, the deal pipeline volume goes up here. And now Sarah Doe is inside my deal list. Okay, so I can edit this if I want to. I can close a transaction. So as soon as, for example, if I close a transaction, I come back in here and I check out this box. And as soon as I check out this box, then guess what? Close volume now is 750, $1.8 million pipeline still, and the total list volume is 2.6 million. Okay. So this is something that I really want you to use. I do think that identifying these people is critical and is important. The next part of the update to IQ is setting up your plan. Okay. Very easy to do. All you got to do is start quarter setup. And first things first, what is this quarter about? I want to dominate my AEO and close 10 transactions. Okay, that's it. That's a single statement that you're making. Next, you start setting up your objectives. Add about 3 to 5 objectives. So I give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different objectives here, but I want to create my own. Get more listings in my community. Okay. Let's say total of 6. Okay. I can either add an objective or go next and add on a key result. But for now, I'll add an objective. Objective number 2 is digital presence. Okay. Build a digital presence that generates inbound leads. Third objective, craft and grow, sharpen my craft and level up my skills. I don't like that one. I'm going to add an objective, listing side pivot, shift my focus, my mix toward listing side representation. I already did that one. And then I'll go to niche dominance, own my niche and become the go-to agent for it. I don't want that. I'm going to add my own, increase my AI score. And then add another objective. I'll say, open, yikes, remove, open 5 buyer side escrows. Okay. Those are my objectives. Then I go next And now I'm going to put up a key result for each and every single one of these, right? What is a key result? Get more listings in my community, total of 6, which means I'm going to hold 10 open houses in the quarter, right? So here count number target is 10, unit is open houses. Okay? And then is this a stretch goal or is this an easy one to achieve? It's an easy one to achieve. I can add a KR here. If I wanted to, I could say, okay, a whole 10 open houses, call 10 people from my sphere weekly, or actually, you know what? Screw that. Daily. Right? Count number 10 calls. All right, makes sense. Very easy, and then I can do the rest for everything. I can do the same exact thing for everyone else, and then last thing is last. I mean, last step. All I do is look at it, get more listings. I look at target, target, target. I can go back to this. I can lock the quarter. As soon as I lock the quarter, I'll see it here in the quarter, right? And then I can go back and I can add key results for each and every single one of these things that I've done. Every single time I do something, it's going to increase my committed score. Right now, it's telling me I'm behind pace, but as soon as I come in here and I log in, log check in. So, for example, if I did one open house, save check-in, and then it'll give me here, it'll give me one of 10 open houses. And then if I did, 10 calls for today, save, it'll tell me exactly that I made my 10 calls, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So definitely make sure that you guys are using this. Again, going back, using this. So here it's 55 out of 100 because what I did here is I made a mistake of only 10 calls and I completed all 10 calls, which I shouldn't have done. What I should have done is I should have, I'm going to archive this. Reason for archive, mistake. And then I'm going to add a key result and I'm going to say call 10 people per day, which means I'm going to call if there is 90 days in the quarter, I'm going to call for 60. I'm going to make 600 calls, right? Not 10. And I'm going to add that. So now log check-in and I'm going to make 10 calls for today. It'll give me a small number here. And then if I refresh it, if I look at what my quarter looks like, it'll give me my 6 out of 100. So try it out, play with it. I think you guys will appreciate how it keeps you on track. If you make a mistake, don't worry about it. Just archive it, just like I did, and then rewrite the key result or even rewrite the objective. John Harters, I hope that all of you guys will take this seriously and get it all done. The most important one, I think, is the deal list, the deal pipeline. The second most important, obviously, is the OKRs. Complete both before the end of the day and get to work. Cheers.